Hi, I'm Scott Folk from Apex Tactical Specialties. Today we're going over troubleshooting information for the Smith & Wesson SD and Sigma series guns with the Apex Trigger. With the SD properly assembled, this is how it should look. The trigger bar itself should capture the end of the extension of the sear. When you pull the trigger, the sear should be kicked back. When the trigger bar is pressed down into the disconnect position, the sear should snap forward, and when the trigger bar is released, recapture the sear to then begin proper normal cycling. One of the incorrect assemblies we see frequently with the SD is when the trigger bar is set into the center of the sear during reassembly. When you pull the trigger, the sear kicks back as normal. However, when the trigger bar is pressed down, it does not disconnect from the sear. Make sure when you reassemble the frame, the trigger bar is on the outside of the sear, capturing the little finger that sticks out to the right side of the frame. One of the problems we see very frequently with disassembly of the SD is the removal of the trigger pivot pin. The slide lock lever has a spring applying downward and rearward force to it. All at the same time, the pin itself has a little groove cut into it that locks into the slide lock lever. The operator needs to press the lever forward and raise it up slightly to align the pin and allow it to be removed from the slide lock lever during disassembly. With the SD sear housing block, we recommend not removing the sear spring when you disassemble the gun. It is our recommendation to use only the factory sear spring with our kit. If you install the SD or Sigma trigger into your SD or Sigma and pull the trigger and nothing happens, it's likely because you need more over travel. So what you need to modify on the trigger is the back of the over travel stop, which is this surface from the inside corner to here. I'll take a small fine file and I'll go in and I will take material off that edge. You typically need to take about 15 to 20 thousandths of an inch off of that edge very carefully. Take off little bits at a time and try it again until you get it right. You can always remove material but can't add it back. Thanks for watching. If you have any trouble with installation, contact us on our website at www.apextactical.com.